Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Ben Glass. This is the Intro to Chiro student series. If you're watching this video, most likely you're about to enter chiropractic school, or you're just getting some perspective on what it looks like to be a chiropractic student. And this video is designed to walk through the trap of just surviving through your first couple of years of chiropractic school. And let's get right into it. So our perspective here at the Chiro track is that you need a parallel curriculum for yourself, right? Because there's two different scoreboards. Most students are only playing one. They're just focused on getting their license, passing their classes, getting through boards. It's very science heavy early on. And if you're not careful, you're gonna bury the real reason that you even came to chiropractic school in the first place by just focusing on your classes. Now, of course, there are classes that are focused on building your chiropractic skills. That's your hands-on, your relatability, your communication, your small business, entrepreneurial thought, and studying chiropractic philosophy so that you can have that identity shift. But most of this is like kind of piecemeal and fragmented, and oftentimes students who are not organized around a structure will just default by going to student clubs here and there, dabbling in what's available in the extracurricular resources provided by other students, and just hang in there. So our hope is that our invisible curriculum makes its way into your approach when you get to chiropractic school and start to go through this really rigorous program that, quite frankly, is just like drinking through a fire hose. You have no time, you have no energy to invest in those chiropractic trainings that keep you building your skills and progressing into the eventual professional chiropractor that you want to become. And this is how we've done it, okay? This is how we've designed it. So this is a look at our chiropractic student program. As you can see here in segment A, we've got the first year student who's just overwhelmed by the sheer load volume of their classwork, and they just need to survive these classes. They need to get through these classes, but the first year is critical to set the tone, to really go deep in developing your chiropractic skills, because believe it or not, you're going to have more flexibility in your time in year one than you will in year 2, 3, and 4. But we've set it up so that you go through your first year, you've got your second year where you're building your hands-on abilities and preparing for boards, preparing to go into clinic, and really trying to refine your skills, because that's what's going to actually transfer into the clinical experience, which is segment C, module 9, our third year students, where you're in clinic, you're taking care of people, and you're getting your feet wet of putting your hands on people and seeing the miraculous changes that take place from being a chiropractor who delivers an adjustment into the spine to shift the nervous system function towards health, wellness, and well-being, and gives people immediate relief, but also you're imparting wisdom. You're teaching people about the science of healing and health and how you create that, and keeping it really simple and focused. Then finally, you're exhausted. You've been giving all this care to people. You've been preparing parallel with boards and getting through all of your coursework, and you're in your final 6 months, and that's when you usually will do a preceptorship or an externship, or you'll start looking at what that next step looks like after graduation. So our framework is built around the science, philosophy, art, business, and communication of chiropractic. We bring it into a form of being an archetype where you're a scientist, a thinker, an artist, a teacher, and an entrepreneur. And we really want you to develop all 5 of these identities in parallel, and be honest with yourself around what your natural tendency is, what you're gravitating towards. Find a way to understand yourself better each step through so that you can remain balanced in your approach of how you're developing your chiropractic abilities. So this is a look at our Chiro track, Chiro student engine, and we have chosen to focus on exposures, experiences, and expressions, because that input through your exposure that stretches your understanding, builds your context, is super important for you to know what type of action you need to take, what type of experience you want to have. And then your expression comes as a result of that experience and exposure, and we try to make it easy for you to express yourself. This engine runs alongside school. It's designed to be time efficient. It protects your investment in getting your degree, getting your license, but it's really focused on you developing into a chiropractor. We've developed this Thrive Readiness Assessment, which is really just a state. It's helping you identify where within your inner scientist, thinker, artist, teacher, entrepreneur framework you have gaps, and how you can apply yourself through the exposures, experiences, and expressions framework to fill those gaps and become more balanced and get more ready for practice. School definitely is there to get you board certified, board ready. It's also there to get you practice ready, but if you don't have a structure and a plan and a curriculum in place to ensure that you're achieving those milestones, you're developing those refinements, you're crystallizing your vision, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna be frustrated by the lack of cohesiveness and progression that exists at the chiropractic student experience layer. And so our whole focus is that through this course you're taking here, we're in module 1 now. We're getting ready to wrap module 1 up. We're about to enter into module 2. And before we do that, I'd like you to look at that Thrive Readiness quiz, that state quiz, and understand where you're at a little bit better. The main thing to remember is that you don't need to work harder, you just need a map. We'll see you at lesson 2. So I just want to give you an example of what this looks like in practice. Let's say you've taken the quiz and you identified that you're weak in the entrepreneur category. This is how we take you through an exposure where you listen to a 3-minute podcast clip of a chiropractor that I was interviewing talk about how they built their practice. And then you go and you have a conversation with a chiropractor in step 2, and you write a couple of sentences about how you've refined your understanding of the type of practice you want to create. This single rep creates an immediate sense of progression, of improvement. And that's what is going to keep you feeling like you're moving forward, like you have confidence. So this is an amazing graph that illustrates how, whether you're in year 1, 2, 3, or transitioning, you're going to have the different challenges that we have embedded in this program come to the surface and help you get better in these key categories.